What is going on, everybody? Here we are at a beach access #1 in South Padre Island. Yesterday I had this camera on a Rapala X-Trap 14 olive green. What I wanted to do is I wanted to see the action, so I flew it out 300 yards out of the beach. When I got to the camper and reviewed the footage, we saw some fish chasing this. So I think that we might have been trolling it a little too fast. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna fly a smaller lure, and I'm gonna reel it in much slower to see if we get any strikes on camera, all right? It's gonna be sick if we do. All right, so here we're gonna use the Okuma Salinas 8000. We got Okuma Cedros 7 foot. And here's the setup. We got a wire leader here. We got the gofish cam, it's on with a Rapala Ghost. This is the size 12. This is much smaller. All right, so what I have done now is I added a little barrel swivel on there so I can attach it to the bait dropper. I'm about to open it up real quick. So the first thing that I'm seeing here is, I can't believe how clear this water is. Look at this aerial footage, it is so clear. It is crystal clear. You can see down to the bottom of the sand. This is water that you would expect in Florida. But here in Texas, it never gets this clean. I was surprised that I went neck deep. I could see all the way to my feet. And as you keep flying into deeper water, the water gets emerald. Look at this, check, this is beautiful water. Making sure that I'm not gonna spool myself on accident. All right, here we go. We're gonna drop it. We dropped it, 300 yards. So now we're gonna stop here. Look how emerald the water looks here, beautiful. We're gonna drop it right here. It looks pretty deep, but then when I switch to the GoCam, Cam, it looks like I dropped this right on top of the third sandbar, which is fine because look how long it's taken to drop. This is at least 6 ounces. And check it out, there's a jellyfish right there. This is at least 6 ounces, and it took about 5-6 seconds to drop. So I'm assuming that this sandbar is probably about 7-8 feet deep, which is pretty deep for the third sandbar. But as we reel in this lure, you get to see how deep this place really is. I'm really surprised at how deep the drop between the second and the third sandbar is. It's crazy. Hopefully if something hits it, that'd be sick. All right. The unfortunate part here is that unfortunately this lure got tangled. I had a feeling this was gonna happen with these hooks. To be honest, I don't know how it's gonna feel if we get a hit. It's so far out. I'm gonna let it drop right there just to see what it feels like. I'm gonna let the camera kind of film the area, because I know when we were reviewing the footage last time, it was really clear. We didn't leave it down long enough, and we saw a lot of really interesting wildlife. So let me leave it for 10 more seconds. I'm gonna start reeling in again. So as we're reeling in, check this out. On the drop, a large pompano just swims right by the lure. And that gets me wondering, I wonder if I would have continued reeling in. I wonder if this pompano would have hit it. I didn't expect pompano to go out after lures this big. And then as we drop, the sea is infested with hardheads. Look at that. Look at all those hardheads down there. They're just waiting to eat your precious baits. They're waiting to annoy you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to olive green. This was working a lot better yesterday. We saw fish chasing it. With the white one, I feel like it got tangled up with the hook. So this one for sure was getting chased. But let's fly this one out. Up next, we're gonna do the olive green. This is apparently South Padre's favorite. With this olive green Rapala 14, this is where I was catching the kingfish with, and everybody around me was using them, and they were getting struck left and right. But this lure even works for Spanish mackerel and other fish. Check it out. We really look how clear it is. Again, I can't stop mentioning that. But see, look at the action. You can see the lure clearly, and it's really fast twitching. And then we switch here, and look at that giant mackerel just comes right up to it. Look at that. Check it out. There it comes. Woo, man. I wonder what it changed its mind. Why did it not want to take that lure? Was it too big? Was I not working it right? Are they gonna hit it on the drop? I don't know. Look, see, that was a pompano right there. I kind of thought it was an Atlantic bumper, but it looks like a pompano. It's a little bigger. But see here, we got a Atlantic bumper actually following the lure here, and it's crazy how you can see it through this clear water. Insane. Here in this clip, here comes another mackerel. Look at it, it's hauling ass after that lure. It is burning. It comes up to it, it sees it, and it's like, nah, I'm not gonna get fooled by that lure. I'm starting to think that the reason they're not taking this lure is because maybe the size, but then it has a giant black camera in front of it, and it has a wire leader, which you can clearly see. This water is so clear, and stuff like this, I would definitely be using fluorocarbon. Even though mackerel and kingfish would probably bite it, at least I'd be getting hits. I would probably use 80-pound fluorocarbon for this type of water. They can see the steel clearly, which is probably why we were getting all the king mackerel hits in the morning when it was dark. Look at that big old fish, man. What's it, like 45 inches or what? Something like that. Big old kings, this guy.
Let's find out.
YouTuber. Hey, good job, guys. All right, so now we're gonna try one of our custom spoons. We sell this on Big Cartel. This is a 3-ounce silver, blue, black stripes. Check it out. We actually upgraded all the hardware on here, the split rings, the hooks. Like that, they're not gonna rust out, and you will get strikes. You will hook the fish with these. When I was reeling the spoon in, I really didn't see any action on the camera. There was nothing really after it. I think here they were more after sound. These spoons are traditionally really good for big jacks and kingfish, but out here in the open ocean, it's kind of hard to hope that something's gonna hit it. You know, here at this time, you're like casting out and praying something hits it. You know, you're blind casting, and it's really hard to get a strike when it's like that. You would want to cast a spoon when you see topwater explosions at the beach. You see birds working, but here obviously nothing is going on. It's just open ocean. Now we've done the Rapala X-Trap, the size 10. This is a smaller presentation. A lot of mackerel like to hit this Spanish mackerel, so maybe it'll get hit by something. Maybe even a ladyfish. So, all right. Now we downsized to the Rapala 10 X-Rep, and at this point, we weren't getting anything to chase it. It looks like they really like the green here, because when we were using the olive green, fish were at least following it. When we switched it to the other colors, it just wasn't working. And here, as you can see, there's nothing following it. You only see things here and there in the back, but fish don't seem too interested in this Rapala X-Rep 10 in silver. It looks like it's all about that olive green right now. Olive green is where it's at. It's crazy. That's what all they want. All right, well, that's it. Unfortunately, we didn't catch anything with the camera with these lures, but that's okay, because now we've learned the behavior, why these fish aren't striking these lures. We're not working them right. And of course, also there's a giant black camera in front of the lure. So, you know, it's not deceptive enough. So I think what we're gonna do next time is we're gonna put the camera further back, further away from the lure, and we're just gonna continue trying. You know, I really wanna see how these fish strike these lures. It's gonna be amazing once we catch something on here. We're gonna be traveling up and down the Texas coast, trying to bring some elite, crispy videos, all right? This is a year we love traveling and camping, and anywhere that there's a campground, we're gonna fish. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. I got a brand new unreleased reel. This is the Okuma Flight 12,000. This is a beautiful surf casting or a long spool. I've been getting some crazy casts with this reel. Brand new, unreleased. We're reviewing it. We're testing it out. We're gonna put it to its limits. What I really like about this reel is not only the colors, it looks sick with black braid. The thing is that when you reel this, I've been reeling it out at 6 ounce, 8 ounce weights. There is absolutely no wobble to it. Check it out, y'all. I got it paired on an Okuma Solaris Surf. Beautiful reel, look at that. The gold accents here match the gold on the reel.